The Networking Exchange is proud to present Talk Exchange Radio. Talk Exchange Radio is the latest offering from Networking Exchange, designed to help businesses grow and increase their bottom line through an innovative new approach. Talk Exchange Radio is broadcast nationally, and by advertising or hosting a show, companies can now significantly increase their geographic footprint. Guest speakers who will be broadcast on Talk Exchange Radio include prominent business leaders who have expertise in this. Email us today at voice@thenetworkingexchange.com.
Hi, I'm Nancy Sapira, and welcome to Marketing Chat on Talk Exchange Radio. I'm here with Keith Reynolds, and today's topic for today is marketing for lawyers. So if you're tuning in today for the first time, welcome, and thanks for listening. And for those that have not listened before, Marketing Chat is a half an hour dedicated to educating listeners about all kinds of marketing topics. So if you're in business for yourself, if you're part of a team, if you are part of a company helping them grow, and you are interested in all different kinds of aspects of marketing and different ways to show your growth and improve your growth, this show is for you. And each week we talk about one aspect of marketing. We've talked about cold calling. We've talked about social media. We've talked about blogging. What else have we talked about? Just about everything.
Blogging, social media.
Social media. We've talked
PR.
about publicity and direct mail. You name it. And every week I talk with an expert who will tell you how to do it smarter and get better results. And my background is I've been in advertising and marketing for 17 years, and I've worked with hundreds of businesses helping them get better results through marketing. And it's really my goal every week to take some of the information that I've learned over the years and bring it out to our listeners so that they can get to know a little bit more about marketing. So stick around. I promise you'll learn something new about marketing by the time this half hour is over. And today we have a great topic. Today we're talking about marketing for professionals, specifically for lawyers and law firms. And I think that this topic also applies a little bit to other professional firms as well, because I think today what we're talking about is marketing a service. We're not selling products, so to speak. What we're talking about is selling our expertise and being able to turn that into our product and be able to put together what it is that we're selling and make it attractive to a whole variety of people who need our services. So that may apply to accountants or financial advisors or consultants as well. So I think that if you're in a similar business where you're selling your service, that this may be something that you would be able to listen into some of our guests today and be able to pick up on some new information, new ways to market. And so I think what we're going to talk about today is what clients are looking for when they do hire a lawyer or they hire a law firm. And we're going to discuss how to bring all of these different aspects together to be able to make for a successful marketing campaign.
I got to ask one question, though.
What?
Do you guys watch Good Wife? Shame on you. It's a great show. It's all about you guys.
Maybe that's why. I guess if you live it, you may not want to watch it on TV, right? Although I do watch Mad Men, I can't help myself. But yeah.
Sunday night.
Anyway, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about my guests today. We have 3 guests, all from different law firms in Pennsylvania and New Jersey, who have found ways to successfully market their firms, and each one is doing marketing in a unique way. And so my first guest I'm going to introduce all of them. The first one is Cheryl Benton. Cheryl is a firm administrator at Adenolfi and Lieberman. They specialize in family law, divorce, and mediation. Hi, Cheryl. And our next guest is Casey Price. He's the partner at Price & Price Elder Law. Hi, Casey. And our third guest is Josh Marks of JM Law Group. He specializes in real estate and working with business owners and entrepreneurs. Hi, how are you? Got excellent timing. So I'm going to ask some questions to each one of you, and I thought maybe we could have a roundtable discussion, just go a little bit with get some opinions from each of you, because each of you really call from a different area of expertise. And so what I was wondering is, your clients really come to you in a time of need when something has happened to them that some good, some bad, I guess it depends who you're asking, right, in each case. Right, and I'm curious what services or skills do you offer, do you perceive to be the most important when someone is coming to see you? Cheryl, do you want to?
I think one of the most important things, especially if we do divorce and family law, so very often the clients are coming to us very distressed, it's highly emotional.
Right.
There are a lot of things going on that they have to perceive you as knowing what you're doing. I think that's the most important, that when they walk in the door, they're like, okay, I've come to the right place. These people appear like attorneys should, professionals.
Professional, right.
And they seem specialized in the area that I need the help with.
Okay, so
yes. I think that's important.
Okay.
We have to be careful as attorneys and some of the things we do with advertising, but I think they do need to know that they've come to the right place.
They're in good
for what
hands.
they're looking for.
Right. Okay. Right. So really having an area of expertise, knowing that you are knowledgeable in your niche. Okay. Josh, is there a?
Yeah, for me, it's kind of twofold. I have to kind of see the big picture in terms of anticipating issues. I'm dealing in business and real estate transactions, so my clients are kind of looking to me to kind of figure out what could come up in a transaction that could be a pitfall or a problem for them.
Okay.
So anticipation, and also managing the details, because when you get down to the contracts, the devil's in the details, as they say. So it's
right.
kind of reducing to terms what everyone's already agreed to, but making sure that the contract language reflects that. And then I'd say secondly is really helping the deal close. The last thing people want is a lawyer jumping into the mix and then blowing up the deal,
right?
Which you hear a lot about, over lawyering.
Okay.
So my job is to make sure I don't do that, but just kind of manage the relationships and bring the deal to the closing table.
Terrific. Okay. Casey, what would you say would be? And you're in elder law.
I'm elder law.
Okay.
We do a lot. I think I'm more like Cheryl in that our clients come to us in crisis. And they're looking for somebody who can kind of lead them down the path. Somebody who's done it before, where everything's new to the client. They're entering what I like to call the elder care subculture. There's all this stuff that they've never experienced before that we have. So while it's their first time doing it, it might be my third time that day handling that issue.
Right.
And that's what they want. They want that confidence. They want to know that that experience is there and that you can really navigate them through these tough times.
Okay, right. Yes, I think you're right. I think being able to know that you're working with someone who, like you said, has done this lots of times, a third time during a day is a good example, right? It's like no one wants to go to a doctor who's, done their first hip replacement, right? Right. You want to hear, I've done hundreds. I agree with you. Right, exactly. Having the knowledge and the experience to say I've done numerous divorces or closed lots of deals or helped tons of families be able to help their families. Okay. And here's my next question. I mean, when you're working, I know you talked a little bit about making sure that there's lots of knowledge and credibility. What kinds of things are you putting together? Do you perceive, and this may be kind of the same question, but do you find that when someone is meeting with you that they say, I'm so glad that you're this? I mean, is there something that is top of mind? I mean, I know what the first question I asked you is what kind of things are you putting out there, your experience? I mean, is there something?
In terms of marketing materials that we're putting together? Is that what you're thinking?
It's very open. I'm just curious what kinds of things might be important to them.
Think a couple things that I try to do to position us as being, the firm you want to come to if you're getting divorced is I set up the internet that way, our website. I find it informative. Everything looks kind of polished.
Right.
I think that's important. You want to complete the image, the brand.
Right.
So when they come in the door, you want to be able to hand them information that they get to walk out with.
Okay.
They want to see that whole big thing, that you are the right place to go.
I've always, think that, especially probably in your industry more than others, that I think, yes, from your website to even how the phone gets answered, that there's probably a lot of steps along the way where they're not sure what they're expecting, how things are going to go. So I think that's the job of the professionals to be able to lead them.
You want to show them you're competent before they come in the door every step of the way. Right.
What about bringing in new clients? I mean, is word of mouth for all of you the number one way that new clients come in, or are there?
I think so. I mean, I try a lot of different things, but it seems to kind of always come back to the old school that word of mouth and referrals. I think it's actually the easiest way to close the client, so to speak. I mean,
Okay.
if they've been referred by a trusted source,
Right.
you know, that source has told them that this is the person you really need to meet with, that they're going to really help you in a great way.
Right.
It's a lot easier, and they already have a comfort level coming in before they've even met or spoken to you.
Okay, I see you shaking your head.
Yeah, I mean, I
Yes.
agree wholeheartedly. We focus on network marketing, the
Okay.
professional referrals. We focus on client referrals. When somebody's worked with us and they're happy, we ask them and discuss with them the fact that we could try and make their friends just as happy.
Right.
And it separates the professional referral or the word of mouth referral versus the internet, for instance, which is another big source of clients. The internet, we put out whatever image we want, and we can control that. And people realize that when they're looking at the website. When they get the referral from the professional who can say, you know what, I've got clients who have dealt with this firm and they're happy, that really goes a long way. They come in ready to work with us, and,
Right.
and that's a huge advantage.
A third-party endorsement, I think, yes, is about as good as it gets. You're right. You're right. What you said, you can present a wonderful website, like you said, or a brochure, and then it comes down to the interaction and what the experience was and what other people are saying.
I think
Yes.
if you're noticing that your word of mouth referrals are going down, you really need to take an internal look because something wrong is happening.
Okay.
You really should be cultivating a majority of your client base from the clients that you have in your professional interactions. And if you see that balance tipping, you really want to make sure that your customer service aspect
Interesting.
is not broken.
Right. All right. Good point. What about bar associations? I mean, do any of your firms go to any events? Do you advertise in any of their publications?
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. We have members of our firm that are very active in the Bar Association. We encourage it. I think it's important for our attorneys to have good relationships with the other attorneys in the area. Not necessarily because you're looking to get business for them. Often we practice in the same areas, but it's just good to bounce ideas and have that camaraderie within the bar.
Right. Right. Exactly.
Yeah, and it's that marketing karma in a way where when you join the Bar Association and you donate your time and you give to the group, you get a lot back. And I find we've gotten a lot of business to the Bar Association. We've never asked for it. We've just been there. We've been involved. We've donated time to things that have nothing to do with our area of practice, to charitable events. And yet the referrals come in from other attorneys just because we're there. And you know, you give, you get. You always get more than you give. It's really amazing.
Right. Well, that's interesting because that's a practice I think that's universal in marketing, right? That you know, give or take, which is what you hear. So that's nice to hear.
Yeah, I'm a little less active in I'm a member of the Bar Association. I'm probably in the minority where I'm a little less active or involved. I do network with a lot of attorneys, but I just prefer to do it outside of the realm of the Bar Association. Just a personal preference. Exactly. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep.
I want college to work around my schedule.
I want a great college education that's convenient and affordable.
I want a hassle-free education.
I want college courses that'll get me a job.
I want to go to the best county college in the state.
Whatever you want, we can get you there.
To find out more, call 609-894-9311 or visit bcc.edu. Burlington County College. Whatever you want, we can get you there.
At the Y, it's about more than sports and working out.
It's about making my community better.
Living a healthier life.
Spending time together as a family.
It's where I go to learn and play after school.
The Y strengthens communities
by helping kids reach their full potential,
encouraging healthy living,
and inspiring social responsibility.
Get involved. Find a Y near you. Visit ymca.net.
Life can hit you with the unexpected. The loss of a job, a sudden illness, a dramatic jump in your mortgage payment, leaving you feeling helpless.